What's happening, everybody? Earl Campbell here from Eastern Shore Undercover, and it's a Monday afternoon. We're settling down. We're just going to jump on here real quick. We're going to do a real quick podcast. Not really even a podcast. It's only going to be about 5 or 10 minutes. We just want to jump on here and share a few things with everybody. First and foremost, something we're going to start doing on Friday nights that hopefully we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to eliminate some of this confusion and people that, get a little upset with how we run the page or what we do. And it builds up and builds up and builds up. And then you never have time to answer those questions. So we're going to try these Friday night lives. And what they are is, we're going to jump on Facebook and we're going to go on live. We're going to do it for about 30 minutes. And you can jump on there and ask us any questions that you want. Hopefully that will alleviate some of these rumors and misconceptions of Eastern Shore Undercover and what we do, why we run the page the way we do. So it's a great way to ask us questions. It's a great way to find out some interesting information about Eastern Shore Undercover, some events that are going to be popping up. We figure we do them on Friday night. That way we can promote some of the events on the weekends. A lot of the fire departments hold their, their chicken sales on Saturdays and Sundays. So we thought that Friday would be a great day, or a Friday night would be a great time to remind everybody and get that pushed out there in front of them. So the reason we're coming on here today mainly is because back in December, we told you guys that we were going to get real vocal about local politics. We told you back in December, gave you plenty of time. If you didn't want to see this, give you time to go find another page or use our website. Our website's a great way for people that don't want to see the comments and for people that don't want to deal with the drama that comes along with some of the political issues. So local politics, in my opinion, are one of the most important aspects of our life right now. And moving forward, I'm fully focused on the political genre and making sure that, we don't make another mistake like we made 4 years ago. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, but I'm going to share that with you, there are some very, very questionable individuals who are running that have already signed up to run for politics in Wicomico County. Folks, we cannot make this mistake again. So I'm going to be very, very vocal about it. I'm going to share with you guys a lot of stuff that's going to blow your mind. I'm going to tell you why I think, we need to make sure that certain individuals are not put in that office. I'm going to share with you all information about people who are running for elected positions who are immature enough to bully people and belittle people over their weight and their appearance, and then get on council meetings and cry and complain when people take a shot at them. I'm going to share with you guys examples of people who came at me and made cartoons of me and making fun of the career that I have and my weight and my appearance. I'm going to share with you all information about people who are running for political office that blatantly lied on video, cannot be refuted, cannot be debated. They flat out lied. They knew they lied. And it took me, I had to hire an attorney out of Florida, one of the best attorneys there is for cease and desist orders and for civil cases. And literally I had to send these people a cease and desist because they were lying. And 3 different attorneys said, go after them financially. They were part of a PAC 14 group who is owned by and supported by Salisbury University. I decided not to go that route. We'll get more into that in the weeks down the road. I'm going to share with you stories about people who live on a road that has collapsed and don't want to get that road repaired. Why? Because they want their privacy. Well, we all want that privacy, but unfortunately, you don't own the road. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to share with you guys information about people who are current on the council who may or may not run for re-election. I guess we'll find that out here in about 3 weeks. And if they do, we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about them a lot. And we're going to talk about how they use their websites and they misled people into thinking that they were making donations to one cause. And I'm going to show you in a video how that cause never, ever even came into the equation. And they used that money from a token code on PayPal for other reasons. And we'll get into all that down the road. I'm going to share with you all, guys, some people that were, running for re-election who call it what you want. It's a financial disaster to see what they did with county taxpayer money. I mean, anybody think that local elected officials should have carte blanche to go out and just order, 2, 3 Valentine's Day dinners? Does anyone think that's okay? I haven't forgot. I'm like a pack rat. I'm better than the groundhog today. I know you guys don't like the groundhog, but I'm like a little pack rat, and I save everything for the right time. And now's the right time. So there's a lot more, folks. A lot of stuff's going to be coming up. Additionally, it's not too late if you want to run for political office. If you want to run for, the county council, if you want to run for any of the different school boards or the, various different positions, you have until, I believe it's February 24th or somewhere right in that area. There were several people who said they were going to run, and then they reached out to us and, asked about it, and then poof, they turned into a ghost. There's many positions that are open, folks, and now's the great time to run for office. If you've ever considered it, start small and work your way up. Again, last day to sign up and be on this campaign, I guess you'd say, election, is February 24th. So that means we're not going to push out any of this content until after the 24th. We want to make sure we know everybody that's going to be running for that particular position. And then once that date passes, we'll know everybody who's running. We can get all of our ducks in a row, and then we'll go at it. We'll be having podcasts with the candidates. I have a couple lined up already after that date. We want to ask those tough questions. So I want you guys to write in, and I want you guys to send me messages and say, hey, I want to know what XYZ thinks about this. I want to know what he thinks about ICE. I want to know what she thinks about homelessness. I want to know what she thinks about the electric bills. I want you guys to put all those questions together and send them to me. I don't want to ask them the basic general questions. Oh, why are you running for political office? Everybody's going to say the same thing. I want to help the community. I don't want to ask that. I want to ask questions that we need to know come election day. How are you planning to lower the electric bills? What's your opinion of our law enforcement? What are you going to do for our law enforcement and our first responders, fire departments without money? How are you going to give them money? I want to know all these questions, and we want to ask them, each one individually. So get those questions together, start thinking about it. So that's all I really want to say today. Again, like I said, I wanted to make it short, sweet, to the point. For those who don't want to be a part of this political era, and you don't want to be a part of seeing politics on social media, then again, we have a nice little website that you can see all the calls for service that go out on our social media. You can see them on the website. The only difference is you don't see any of the comments, and you don't have to deal with any political stuff. And that's really it. That's all we got for you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting Eastern Shore Undercover. We're still growing. Over on Facebook, we're close to 200,000 followers. Instagram, I think we're up over 16,000 followers. Each one of our social media platforms are growing, and that's because of you guys. We thank you. That's all I really got. If you have any questions, shoot them down below, and I'll try to answer them. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday night.